What's up, everybody? We are back in some more Wayfinder, and today we're going to be talking about Venomess, which is the first kind of paid character in the game. I mean, obviously you can pay for a lot of the characters, and Venomess is obtainable free to play, but it's going to be really difficult to do that. Obviously you still have to buy access to the game anyway, so you can't really say it's free to play. But anyways, her first ability, Transfusions. Shoot a volley of poison needles that lock on to nearby enemies, dealing damage. Hitting an enemy with a needle causes a healing projectile to seek a nearby Wayfinder. If the enemy was affected by venom, these projectiles also heal a small amount over time. Vampiric Blast. Launch a bomb that absorbs up to 5 nearby poison clouds. After a brief delay, the bombs explode, dealing damage to enemies and healing allies based on the number of poison clouds absorbed. Venom Thrusters. Dash in a direction, leaving a trail of poisonous cloud behind you. Poison clouds damage and apply stacks of venom to enemies. And her ultimate, Deep Breath. Fire a massive explosive that damages and applies 5 stacks of empowered venom to enemies. Empowered venom deals damage over time and counts as additional stacks of venom for the Master of Venoms and Transfusion abilities, which ties into her passive, which is the Master of Venoms ability. Weapon hits apply venom, dealing damage over time and stacking up to 5 times. Weapon hits against enemies with 5 stacks of venom create a poisonous cloud that deals damage and applies additional stacks of venom. A poison cloud can only be created by this effect once every 5 seconds. And then of course there's her passive archetype, Expose Weakness. On a critical hit, exposes the enemy for 6 seconds, marking it for teammates. While exposed, enemies take an additional 10% damage from all sources. And Dash. Survivalist dashes have increased range and benefit from a reduced stamina cost, allowing them to dash more often. Now, as usual, you can use pretty much any weapon that you want on this character, but the rifle is going to end up being her default. And my God, it feels really tight. I wasn't really expecting the gunplay to feel as good as it does in this game, but we'll save that for another video. First of all, there's going to end up being her different styles. So these are going to end up being all of her kind of default stuff that you can end up putting on her. She does, of course, have kind of a more fancy version of her outfit that will show you. I'll show you guys in a second here. I really like the fact that she can have the whole mask on. It reminds me of Anna from Overwatch, which was a really cool character. But then there's going to end up being the Venom heart right here, which is fairly limited. There's not really that much else you can do with it. I mean, obviously we could change the colors of it, and it is still a really cool style, but personally, I just prefer her default.